Life is an amazing podcast, and it is presented and hosted by myself, Caro, and my sweet dog Sparky. Give it up for him. I hope you're ready. Enjoy. Welcome back to another episode of Go For Your Life. And we're doing this one actually live because I have Katja here on my table in Amsterdam. Yes. And so normally I'm doing this through Skype because we've had this Corona business, but here we are. Corona times are slowly getting better in a sense. So we can do this live. So here is Katja.
Yay! Hi everyone!
So Katja is a vegan hairdresser and she's awesome. And I had an appointment with her last week and then I invited her to come on this podcast. Yeah. So here we are.
Nice! Super excited!
Yay! So tell us a little bit about you. You're vegan, obviously.
Yeah.
You even have a beautiful vegan necklace.
Yeah, I do.
Around your neck.
Everything vegan.
How did you get to being a vegan hairdresser? Like what you're doing now?
Well, I've been a hairdresser for the past 15 years, I guess now. Yeah, almost 15 years. Yeah, professionally, obviously. And in that time I became vegan. And I think, or at least for me, it was a bit of a search becoming vegan. I grew up vegetarian. So I always sort of thought I was doing everything okay until I found out about the whole dairy and egg industry. And that made me decide to go vegan. And I think, or at least what I didn't really thought of at first is vegan as always for me was thought of as a food thing. So you don't eat meat or eggs or dairy or whatever anymore. But then I found out that there's also a lot of animal products in hair dye, hair products, hair care, everything. Mm-hmm. And obviously with me being vegan, I wanted to change that. Mm-hmm. So it was a bit of a search. But yeah, I found everything now. I'm super happy with all my products. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
because do you use a specific vegan product? Like, do you have a brand that you?
Well, yeah, I use a few. Mm-hmm. Obviously, I try to find as much vegan products, or at least brands that are all vegan. Yeah. But that's not always possible, unfortunately. Mm-hmm. I got a whole hair care and hair styling brand right now that's all vegan, mm-hmm. which is a completely vegan company. They also use they do all their packages recycled. They're biodegradable as well. They do this thing called Save the Ocean. So all the plastic that they take out of the oceans, mm-hmm. they make that into their packaging. Great. So that's really nice. Great. I don't know exactly how they do it, but they make them biodegradable as well. So if they would end up in the environment, it's not too harmful. So that's really nice. They do all that sort of things.
What are they called?
Maria Nila.
Yeah,
they're from Sweden.
Maria Nila from Sweden, guys. Look them up.
Look them up.
Shout out.
I'm super happy with them. Obviously, I wanted like a good product that's good for your hair, that works. Styling's good, shampoo is good, that smells nice. And it was a bit of a search because you got multiple brands who are vegan. But then I wouldn't really like their product, or I just didn't like the smell. And obviously when you're washing your hair, mm-hmm. you want to come out smelling nice and fresh and everything. And, you know, so it was a bit of a search, or otherwise I would find a good product that I really like, but then they weren't all vegan. So, and I guess that's a bit confusing for people as well when I got products.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, of course. You know, when you see a brand and you're not like, oh, but they used to test on animals, or oh, is this vegan as well? No, it's not, or whatever.
Or so, like there are brands who have a vegan line but then also have a lot of non-vegan stuff, you know. So I think also, especially I think if you're vegan, you want to do something that is completely 100%.
Yeah, and I think for me it was really nice to also know that they give a lot back to the community and to the environment and everything. They're having this program now called Save the Rhino, so they're sort of doing two programs every year. So they always do Save the Oceans, where they get their packaging and everything from. And then they do another thing this year is Save the Rhino. So every so many % of their profit go to that cause. So that's really nice as well. Yeah. And I think for that being so open and out in the salon, it's nice to have one brand that's completely vegan, cruelty-free, PETA, Leaping Bunny approved.
Yeah.
Because then it's not confusing at all. And
exactly.
unfortunately with coloring, I have to use brands that are not all vegan. Obviously all my colorings, everything I use is vegan. But I know that the brand that I use has some styling products that's non-vegan. But yeah, of course I do my homework. Everything I use is completely vegan. So I know that the things that they do have non-vegan are not in my salon.
Yeah.
So
because also when I came to your salon, which is a really nice salon, and so you are in someone else's salon and you rent a chair there, right? That's the setup.
Yeah, it's sort of a shop in shop. The salon is actually from this woman called Thea. She already has the salon for about 10 years and I'm there now for about a year and a half. So she's not vegan, unfortunately. For everyone. But so she's not and I am. But yeah, when I tried to find a new place to work at, because a year and a half I had to move to a new salon, and that was a bit of a struggle because a lot of salons already have their own set of products and they really want you to use that, and they already have their way of working with everything. So it was a bit of a search again to find a salon that would, where I feel comfortable, where I think my customers would feel comfortable, and where I could also still do my business as usual. So
and the vibe definitely is really nice, because I also feel like she's really giving you your freedom, because you do have your products there, and you were mentioning that you play the music. You make the playlist.
I'm in charge of the music.
And it was really nice music, I have to say. So it's also, I don't know, I got the feeling from coming in that it really isn't just like, Katja, so you're just renting a chair. Like, it really is also, you've really made it your space, and she's given you that space to do that.
She's giving me all the freedom in the world.
So nice.
She's literally like, if you want to do something to the salon, do it. Because we're in this together now. So it's
really nice.
It's her salon. But since we're there together, she's literally the most relaxed person I know. And she's just like, do whatever you like, do whatever you want. And actually she got a bit inspired with all the products and stuff as well, because she's looking into it now as well. I saw you
guys were mentioning to each other because she used your products too.
She's using my products now as well. So
that's really great. And so, do you guys, because when I came in as well, we chat a little bit about this, but do you share customers as well? Like, or do people really come for you? Or what if you have a walk-in, would you take that person, or?
Well, it really depends. Thing is, I've got my own agenda, my own customers, so we don't really share customers, because as well, she's got her own agenda and her own customers and everything, so that's quite separate. But I do specialize in coloring, and then especially like a bit of the colors that are a bit more out there, like pink, green, whatever, So she had a customer coming in the other day who wanted purple hair, and she said, just go to Katja, because that's your thing.
Exactly.
So I think all in all, we just really want each other to be successful. So we're not really, if a walk-in comes in, we're not like, I want it. Like, we sort of
see what would be,
who has the time, like, does the customer want to have their haircut today? Does one of us have time today? If not, when? And also, who would they
who would be best for them anyway?
Who would be best for them? What's the best fit?
Exactly.
Because like, you've seen Thea and me. And we're quite different, and it works really well. But I think the nice thing is, because we are so different, there's sort of a space for everyone in that salon. So
And you were also mentioning to me, like, how, because I found you through a friend, and when you look your account up on Instagram, it's very obvious, like, it's vegan, and it's a vegan hairdresser, this stuff. So for me, it was really like, oh, great. But you were also mentioning that there's people who don't know it, who you don't kind of like, tell us a little bit about how that works when you have your client. How do your clients respond to you being, a plant-based hairdresser?
Well, when I started out hairdressing, I wasn't vegan yet. And when I first became vegan, I kept it quite to myself. I'm not exactly sure why, but I think it's sort of an insecurity because as some people might also have experienced, in the beginning it can be a bit hard. You really need to find out, how does this work? You make mistakes, and I would go really hard on myself if I ever made a mistake. So maybe that's why I didn't really talk about it at first. Also because when I did, I found that people sometimes react quite heavily on it. Like they're not always as supportive as you think they would be, because why would you, hate on it that much? But it happens. Like I think all of us have experienced that as well. And I sort of wanted to keep my my private life with being vegan and my professional life as a hairdresser separate. And at one point I was really starting to look into all the vegan products and all vegan hair care and everything, and I figured, why not sort of throw it out
exactly
there?
and bring
like,
those two worlds coming together.
I would want to know about this. With me being vegan, I would want to know about this, so you don't feel that insecurity going into a hair salon thinking like, hey, are the products vegan? Do I need to take that extra care for myself? Do I need to bring my own products? Because I never really thought about that until I started talking to some of my customers who were vegan, who have told me like it's such a relief to not have to sort of
bring your own things
bring your own things, or really be so careful and look at what's she using now, because really when I became a hairdresser, I wanted to do this for everyone to have like a little time to yourself, because I think we all live in such a hectic world and we need to do stuff all the time. It's like, go here, go there, do this, and I think when you go to the hairdresser, you have to take some time for yourself. Just be there. If you want to talk. If you don't want to talk, don't. If you just want to read a book, that's fine as well. But just take that time for yourself. And I think for us as vegans, it's so much easier if you don't have to sort of watch out for what people are using all the time.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
absolutely.
from what I've heard back from my customers, from my vegan customers, that they're just really relieved and that they don't have to feel that anxiety of, hey, are they going to use any non-vegan products or
and I think it's not, because I think what you're doing is you're serving all communities, you know what I mean? Like it's because the products are so good, even if you're not vegan, they're still great products to use. So you're still an amazing hairdresser.
Some of my regular customers who are asked about this, because I don't think it's something I want to bring up with everyone who is not vegan. But with some of my regulars, I brought it up like, hey, how do you feel about me sort of speaking up about being a vegan hairdresser now for you as a non-vegan? And most of them said like, I know you, it's fine, like all the products are high quality products, they're all good. And what I thought was nice is that a lot of them actually said like, it's such a small step for me to buy a vegan product, so I'm actually contributing to something and it's not really affecting my life or whatever. So it's such a small thing to sometimes do something good, like make that other choice to you can either buy a non-vegan or whatever product, or you could go the right way and buy the vegan product or whatever, without it having any impact on quality of the product or your hair or whatever.
Because I also think that's something that once came up into a discussion with someone I know, and they were saying like, but because I also feel like for me it's very important, like, and I perceive you also as an ethical vegan, so I would not buy something if it's not vegan, like, and also if I don't trust it, like if something I just wouldn't get it. And she was sort of mentioning, but there's a lot of products now that are cruelty free, but they don't have the vegan label on it because people will then not buy it. And I was a little bit like, well, I think that's total bullshit, because well, first of all, you have to, if it's vegan, you have to tell people it is vegan, like otherwise,
not, right?
And I can't even imagine that people would go, oh, I'm not going to buy it because it's vegan. If it's a good product and it has good ingredients, and because I think even non-vegans or people who don't care about